Hey folks, Queen Roadkill Candy here, and today we're doing a box opening and slash pickup videos of some of the figures I got for D&D. So, it's another Teiffling. This one is definitely male, and the reason is, once I opened up the other one, I realized it was a she because the chest was kind of covered. So, yeah. Here's what he looks like. And I already have like a really good female Teiffling that I can show you. It's finely painted. So these ones are great. Comes like this. You have to glue them to a base. Not terribly sure why the base isn't already glued to them, but you know, it's a thing. So we'll get a little bit closer. So the last one was a wizard, I think, or maybe it also was a sorcerer, and this one's a sorcerer. And I just love how he's like using this spell, because like my original Teiffling one, his face was like melted. So also at the same place I picked up one of these. It's bones. They don't really have that much definition, but they're like super cheap. This one's like a drow. Of course, it's called Dark Elf because it's not official merch. But anyway, so this is the drow guy I picked up. And then my game store had a used dollar bin section for figures. And they had some really old pewter ones. So some didn't come with bases, but I chose all the ones that came with bases. So these are from '95. And there's 4 I got. So I think this one's like one of the Dragonborn characters type things, or you know what I mean. And you can see there, 95. It's quite nice, quite heavy. You can tell here with the glue and all that, though, that like they're used, and it came with a base. So, you know, just slip it in like that. Haven't glued them in, though, so every time I move them, they pop out their bases, because I just got these. Here is, I think it's a human warrior. Can't really tell. I don't really see like long ears, or no, maybe those are long ears. I don't know. He looks thicker though to me, more like an orc, but he doesn't have like the sharp fangs, so I don't think he's an orc either. So yeah, I got him, and again he came with a base. And then I got a dwarf here. Again, he came with a base. I do have like a green dwarf that I usually use, but I don't know, just in case there's like a bunch of dwarfs I have to talk to. And then I got this cool like 2-headed Cerberus dog. Maybe it's a rat, I don't know. But these were $1 each, right? $1 Canadian each. So I thought it was a good way to like fill out my roster. Also, I opened up a pack of Magic the Gathering figures, the D&D figures, and I got... This is the green-white elf. Here you go. I got a few other characters, actually, from that set. Where is it? So these are the other 3 figures I got in the pack. This is a white-blue character. Here is her base here. And this guy here. I can't get the Demir Guild master to focus, but he's the master of my guild. I mean, this guild doesn't exist. And then we got this little guy. I have him. I have this card. So I also have this guy too. I have like a bunch of him in Magic the Gathering. And so that's like, I don't know if you've seen, but you can play, since Wizard owns Magic and D&D, you can get both. And I was at a garage sale. Let me see if I can get this. And I got hang on. I got this DM screen for $5. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. I really like how the drow look on here. It's super good. But yeah. So like I said, I was going to show you this one. So this one I thought was going to be a male one, but you can see it's a girl. And so I got another one. They're both super cool. And the reason why I didn't want another female Teiffling is because I bought her. She's from Kingdom Death. You can buy ones on eBay. They're technically just on Kickstarter, but people will buy like big batches and then sell the figures individually so that you can buy them. They usually don't come with the cards. But, you know, you glue them together, you paint them up, and it's just, I don't know. I know technically I probably should have made her skin like a purpley color, but I made her more like a humanoid style one. But, you know, still had something good for a tiefling. I didn't really need another female tiefling, but I mean, it's still nice. And then the reason why I need a male tiefling is, where did that male tiefling go? Okay, so this is the original one I had, and I don't know if you could tell, but his face is like melting. It looks like it's terrible. Like, it's just absolutely terrible looking. He's, that's his like little, you know, sacrifice dagger type thing for rituals and junk or whatever. And he's just, oh, he looks so ugly. Because it's like, so if you look on there, it looks like the hero was going to have a beard. And then they just didn't paint it. So they painted over it in like skin color. And so then instead it looks like, I don't know, he like fired off a spell bad and like melted his face or something. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't quite look right. So I wanted to get a new tiefling male, because I'm playing a tiefling male right now in the current campaign I'm doing. And so I was using that melted looking one, but this one just looks so much better. It's so much more animated. The colors are so, it's just better. That other one was one of the packs that came with the cards I showed in one of my last videos. Actually, I can bring it over here. So when you bought the melty one, it would come with these cards in the pack. And there's like 3 a pack. I got like a female sorcerer in there, this warlock here, and then there was a half-elf bard. So it was a nice varied set, and like 2 spellcasters right in there. So since I play spellcasters, obviously, you know, that's what I wanted. But I mean, you don't even need to like buy actual D&D figures. You know, like mainly this was about the box opening, but I do want to take the time to point out that, like you saw, I have some Kingdom of Death figures that I use for D&D. You can also get Warhammer figures. So he's not done yet. He just has a base coat so that when I put another coat, everything's going to be tinted properly. Because like these need to be rusted, so when I put the red on top, it needs to have that gritty like brown underneath, and like when I put other colors on. So like he's not done, so he looks horrible right now. But D&D figures, I mean, Warhammer figures are a little bit more money, but there's a lot of people that are selling their old fantasy ones for very cheap, and you can get like a huge box of them because people don't want to unglue these square bases, right? And then put them on round bases. So you can fairly easily get like a bunch of these. I got him new. He's really cheap. He was like $12 at my local game shop at the time. He's more money now. I think he's $20. But yeah, he was only $12 at the time. So I picked him up and I got some skeletons. There's a box opening of those. Also what you can do is... Where did that go? There is random boxes, and I've bought random boxes before. That's also, like, you know, where the Ravnica ones are from. But there's also, like, just straight up D&D ones, like that figure I just showed you. What you can also do is sometimes expansion packs for other games go on sale. And, you know, like the game didn't do well or whatever. And I sometimes just get them so that I can... Because the figures are pretty good, right? Like, these didn't come painted. I painted them, but... Still, the issue is that, like, this is insanely cheaper. It's cheaper than getting D&D figures, right? And they're super good quality, because a lot of the cheaper ones, like these dollar ones, yeah, they're dollar, but they don't look as good, right? So, you know, you can get, like, a set of something else and then use them for D&D, because, like, the bases are what's important, right? It's just like I have, I did a box opening of this, but he's from Descent, the board game. Those last ones were from Skull Kickers. And, you know, like, these figures are perfectly well. I actually picked this guy up at the thrift store for $3. There's random other stuff in the bag. But I didn't want it for any of that. I just wanted this figure because I know they're really detailed. And I put all the cards for the board game in like a box separate somewhere. Because maybe I'll get the game, you know, maybe I won't. But it's like a little card. So keeping it underneath my trees for Warhammer is what I did. You know. If you got the red box though, you get like the circles or whatever. Also, so as you may know, anyone that got the red box, these are like all the circle tokens you get for like monsters and stuff. Just pull one out, you know, so that you can keep everything in the box, because it was kind of like set up more like a board game to get people in, right? And so you have these double-sided tokens. Well, if you're okay with tokens, and you didn't get the red box, I suggest going on to eBay. There is an artist. So it's under Magic the Gathering counter. So you order this counter, but when you order this counter to count for Magic the Gathering, it comes with tokens for Magic Gathering, but these tokens are the same size as you just saw those ones that come in the red box. He gives you a free skull one for every $10, so it's like $24 for the set I bought. So I have 2 of them in there. And if you look, see how these are the same size, right? So these work just as well, and these are pewter. They're handmade by some artists, right? He molded these, he did the art on them, he printed it. There's a little bit bigger ones if you want a bigger monster, right? And smaller ones for the small monster. But you could, in theory, have a whole village of whatever lady monster you want. He mostly sells ladies. He has other things like the skull and things like that, but you know, I thought this was the best one. I just like how this, like, I think she's an elemental or whatever. She's just like crouching on this tree branch. She looks like she's going to jump off or whatever. So you can also use this. I mean, I suggest it, but, you know, it's whatever you guys want to do. Maybe you prefer the figures. Like, I definitely prefer figures, but, no. Not all of them come with figures in the box. The Stranger Thing one that there's a video of recently of me box opening comes with 2. And so you have 2 Demigorgons, right? Red box, those tokens I just showed you, sorry, come with that. Apparently not all of them come with figures or tokens or anything, right? Which I thought they all did, but I guess I was wrong. I guess it was just the really popular ones. But anyways, guys, please like and subscribe. Hope you liked the box opening and that I showed you like some of the comparisons between my other ones. You know, also the fact that I showed some of the other, like, you know, choices you could have. Because those WizKids ones are $10.99 Canadian, right? Bones are super cheap, but, you know, you can also go ahead and buy, like, figures from other games, or, you know, you can go and, like, use, well, Warhammer's another game, but you know what I mean? Like, there's other ways to get figures. There's also 3D printers. If you're good in 3D modeling, you can make your own characters from scratch, print them out. There's also someone that put a bunch of them online, too. But, you know, it's really up to you. I do like figures, but I also have tokens to fill up my roster. So, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell if you like notifications. If you'd like to see video game streaming, that would be Twitch on Roadkill Candy. And if you'd like to see my cosplay, that's Queen Roadkill on Instagram. Thank you so much. Bye.